Hi, I'm Christine Lang. Thanks for joining me on this Facebook Live stream so that we can offer some samples of what medical intuition looks like, feels like. We're going to hopefully help you see how your stress and your thoughts and your beliefs can show up in your body so that along with the physiology of what can happen physically, there's this large mental and emotional component. So I thought the best way to demonstrate that would be to do live readings every day, every weekday for the month of October. And I hope that you'll join us. Today, the first person that has volunteered to get a reading is Asa. Am I saying that correctly?
Hi, my name is Asa, pronounced Asa.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. No problem.
And you're calling in from Sweden, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Västerås, Sweden.
Lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
So I'll have you give me a 1 or 2 sentence description because your situation is so unique, your symptoms.
I know it's it's terrible. All right. So in 2016, this happened for the first time where I couldn't swallow my food. It just got stuck like right about here. And I was in a super stressful environment. I worked at a school and I was eating and talking and watching everybody at the same time. And all of a sudden I'm just like, oh my gosh, my food is stuck. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. And so it ended up being about an hour until it finally like sunk down. Like I could breathe,
choking,
everything.
Right?
No,
It wasn't
nope,
choking.
everything was fine. I could breathe.
Wow.
I could walk around. I was super nervous. So I'm like, it's not going down.
Yeah.
So that has now happened 4 or 5 times, but it hasn't happened, like it hasn't lasted so long. Like it may be like a half an hour or maybe 30 minutes, like 30 minutes or 45 minutes max. But it's odd. It doesn't, like, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm not choking. It just won't go down.
And any doctors take a look at you or have any tests done, anything like that?
I went to a doctor after that and they did the contrast dye and watched me swallowing. And they're like, nope, there is nothing wrong in your throat. It's stress is what they said.
Yes. Which the tricky thing when a doctor says, well, stress will make your condition worse. Well, you can't live in a stress-free zone. So how do you know which stress, right? Is it arguing with your neighbor about where his trash cans are on your lawn? Or is it, the fact that your mother-in-law drives you crazy? Like what stress? Because you can't eliminate all of it. So that's really where this kind of work can be so helpful when we can tune in, use our own intuition and feel like, what is this stress related to? Right. And we get our first clue because it's in that 5th chakra area, right? And our ability to speak our truth. So let me just connect with your spirit and just see what she can offer us on this. She says that not only was that a stressful time period at the school, but that I feel like there were gossipy cliques and there were repercussions for saying the wrong thing. And like waves of repercussions, it feels like. And so you stopped yourself when you thought you were about to say something wrong, or you just did say something wrong. She said it was almost like a self-induced punishment and a strangulation, like walking around with your hand over your mouth. And that it stopped you in your tracks at that point. And she said it really was a subconsciously driven thing of don't say the wrong thing. You'll never get over it at this group of people.
That's interesting. I can see that definitely the first time.
Okay.
The other times weren't so stressful.
Well, but what she said after that was whenever you started to think, I probably shouldn't have said that. It was an after effect thing. Like whatever you had said a moment or two before, I probably shouldn't have said that. I wonder what the repercussions will be. She said, it's like you were literally holding your breath to see what the repercussions would be. And then those muscles went, oh, we know what to do. Boom. And they just seized up.
Oh, okay.
And she said, that's why when you sort of calm down of like, oh, there are no repercussions. Everybody's fine. Nobody's upset that I just said that political comment or whatever it was. Then you could relax. And then those muscles would slowly relax and go down. And she said, at each time it's getting shorter and shorter that it happens because you're getting more and more confident that it's temporary and that your body, quote, knows how to fix it. So as we get more confident, then we kind of direct those muscles to relax faster.
Right. And that's exactly what's happening.
Okay. So what I would say is the next time it happens, you can consciously take a pause and say, what did I just say? And what's my fear about it? What's my fear of the repercussion? What's the, I call it edge of the cliff thinking. How do I think I'm about to fall off the cliff? right? And we walk ourselves back to where we're like, I'm 10 feet away from the edge of the cliff. Like, it's fine. But we have to really be conscious about what is the thing I think I just said that put me in some sort of peril or potential jeopardy.
Yeah.
And so it has you being more conscious with your subconscious and your conscious fears and who you're talking to and what your audience is. Then on top of that, your spirit is saying she recommends journaling because she says there's a lag time for you between discovering what your truth is and speaking it. And I feel like sometimes you'll say something and then a couple of days later, you'll go, I wonder why I said that. Oh, you know what? I really don't like that guy. And that really wasn't okay. And there's that lag. And so to journal keeps us more current with our truth and helps us speak our truth more eloquently in a more articulate way with less chance of misunderstanding and be able to kind of back it up right away if it doesn't go over well.
Okay.
Right.
Great.
When
Great
people
tip.
describe themselves as, oh, I say something and then I go deer in the headlights, usually it's because they have a sense of how they feel, but they can't really back it up. So if somebody challenges them on it, they kind of go, I got nothing. Right. And so having that experience of journaling keeps you really flushed out on what your truth is.
Okay. I can absolutely do that. That
Okay,
is
good.
certainly something I'm able to do. Yeah.
Good. And I'm glad that resonated with
Phew.
you.
Thank you.
Good.
Good.
Well, and
This
I
has
look
to
forward to this. Hopefully you can resolve it. My suspect is especially if you start journaling, that if the next one or two times it happens, you can kind of quickly flip the switch back. And then you sort of break the cycle of the body doing that as a reaction. Right. What I'd love to have as a reaction is you go, ooh, did I just say something that didn't go over well? And that's as much of a reaction as the body has. Right.
Well, so when I'm conscious of it, then I can do that. Right.
What'd you say?
When I'm conscious of it, then I can say that. Did I say that? Yeah.
Right.
That's excellent. Thank you. Thank you
are so
for
welcome.
the tip. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Good to make that connection of what kind of stress it is. So you're not trying to eliminate all stress.
No, because that's not
sets us up for failure, right? We can't do that. So
no, this is definitely doable. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you
You're
so
so
much.
welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks.